After that intro, I'm not quite sure how to start this video. It's definitely not the usual intro to a Gunman video, but I hope you did enjoy it. So happy Halloween to everybody out there. But the theme of this video was brought on by the fact that I was doing some prime ups. This is my primer gun. This is my ANI primer gun. It's a 1.9mm. I was halfway through doing a prime up and it died. It dead set just died on me. No pressure was coming up to the gun at all. And rather than just throwing it in the bin, like, I don't know, some people may, I thought I'd dig a little deeper into it. So because there was no air pressure, I knew that this was the valve that opened up the air. So I thought I'd take it off and have a look inside. And sure enough, it was slightly cracked and broken. So I decided, get some super glue, glue it up. It might work, it might not. For all I knew, it was just going to bust apart straight away. But as it turned out, it didn't, and I've got myself a zombie spray gun. That's right, this is a living dead spray gun. And I've actually done a few little cool things like this in the last couple of months. So it started off with this little ANI R150 minigun, the mini gun. So that must be a 5-year-old gun. And I just found it sitting underneath my bench in a box. It was dusty. It was missing half of its parts. The air cap was like really badly clogged up with VOC or 2-pack white paint. But I gave it a good soak, all the front end parts, and then I made a few extra parts for the back end, and I'll give you guys a look at that in a few minutes. But bought that one back from the dead only just yesterday. Actually, I bought one of those trigger sprayers back from the dead, the ones that I use the Prepsol or the water-based cleaners with. So when the last one died, it must have been 2 years ago, I thought, hey, I'll put that aside, because I knew that sooner or later there would come a day when another one died, and hopefully I'd be able to make one out of the two. And that day came, and that was only a couple of days ago. The other one I've been doing is refurbing my ANI gauges. So those ANI gauges, the ones that I'm actually using on this gun, that was one of the ones I've done a refurb on already, because they aren't thinners proof. They're thinners resistant, but they're not thinners proof. So I always try to keep the thinners away from those gauges when I'm cleaning my gun. But what ends up happening over time, they just get built up with the 2-pack paint, so they do need a good strip down, and you can do that. So I've actually got another video on that coming up in the following week, so stay tuned for that. So I guess as much as anything, the message of this video is to, if something stops working, don't just throw it in the bin. Have a look dig a little bit deeper. There might be something that you've got around work. So this gun here is the Franken gun that I was telling you about, the R150. That gun has no right to work. Like that, yes, that is an air fitting that I'm using on the back of the gun. So I put a little blank in there. It was actually like, it was part of a brush out of a buff. So I cut that up and I put that to blank out so that the spring didn't go busting through the middle of the air fitting. You know what? It ain't pretty, but it works. It works a treat. I just think it's hilarious, that gun. I tell you what. And on a certain level, it's probably one of my favorite guns. But look, on another serious note, that's one thing that I've always said about these ANIs. Like, they're great guns for the money. I think they go for like around 160 around there Australian dollars. So cheaper in the US. But you just know that the build quality just isn't quite there compared to your SATAs, your DeVilbises, and your iWatters, like your main flagship guns. But hey, for the money, they're great. Now, I've had a couple of things happen to them, but I've always been able to bring them back to the dead. Honestly, I've never had an ANI gun that I've been like, nah, that's totally ruined, and I haven't been able to fix. I'd like to say a big thanks to everyone for watching, and if you'd like to support the channel further, you're more than welcome to go over and check out some of the merchandise we've got. My personal favourite is those spray suits, so they're a good quality Colad branded spray suit with the Gunman logo on it. There's also hats, drink coolers, hoodies and t-shirts, so be sure to go over and check out the link in the description if you are interested. All that aside, I'd just like to say a big thanks for watching, and that is enough to support the channel. But as I say, if you'd like to go the next step, then be sure to check out some of that merchandise. Thanks for watching, and until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.